So how do you go about composing your music? Like, what's the creative process that goes on behind the scenes?
It's one of the things, it's kind of, everyone's different. Sometimes, you know, like Jack will come in idea acoustic, sometimes he'll maybe write something with Scotty or our friend Scotty who does a lot of work with us, and sometimes like maybe me and Jack will have a sketch or something, we'll just, you know, like a very rough demo, like an idea, or like he'll be in a hotel. It's honestly one of those things, it's like, it just changes every record, every single time we've done it.
There's no set process. We don't sit down and say, hey, let's start.
Yeah.
It just happens. And
so everything we've been doing now we've done that in Europe like a year and a bit ago. So it's like, do you know, that's how long the process takes. Like whittling stuff down, getting ready what's good, keeping what's good, getting ready what's good, getting ready what's bad, keeping what's good. So it's been definitely a process, and every process is different, but it's been super enjoyable this time. This time it's been much more homebrew. We think every time it gets more and more DIY, but this time we've been building our own studios and Airbnbs and everything, so it's been good.
Thank you. Okay, what's your most memorable gig to date?
For me, it'd be Barrowland's first time. Just because the 𝘄𝗶𝘁𝗶𝗄 dropped, and like Barrowland's for me was always like, I've been to that venue about 50 times as a punter before, and then getting to play it was like, I've never, other than like, you know, my baby being born and stuff, I've never had an adrenaline spike like the kind of the curtain dropping and just seeing the Barrowlands. That's for me, that's probably.
I think it's hard because there's been so many, but I can remember walking in the first time we played SWG3. First transmit main stage was pretty insane.
Yeah.
But first time we played SWG3, I can remember walking into the venue and be like, "Whoa, is this what a venue is?" And I think it was only like 1,000 capacity or something, but whoa, like blew my mind how we played in a room this size. And also the first headline we played in Tokyo. The size of that room, like going to Tokyo, and it was like,
that's
how am I playing rooms this size in Tokyo? So they were definitely both very memorable for me.
You've obviously got a complicated relationship with social media. Some of your songs like 𝘄𝗶𝘁𝗵, quite political views about it. Do you think it's generally a help or a hindrance to you as a band, social media?
I don't probably is. Like, I think it'd be stupid to say it isn't a help just for marketing yourself, but I feel like the way the precedence it's took in the industry, where it is almost paramount to the music, is almost the most important thing, and I think that's insane. I think fair enough using it as a marketing tool, I think that is exactly what it's for. But I think when you get to the stage you've got literal executives asking how many followers you've got before they'll sign the dotted line, I think that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it's like, do you know, it's just one of those things that is a controversial topic, social media, because it's so new. Like in every era, do you know, every generation, like I'm only 30 and I feel like 50, 55, because like you're talking to kids and I don't even understand what they feel like, I don't understand the language they're speaking, because they're so entrenched in social media, but I don't know, man, it's one of those things, it's definitely a useful tool, but I think it's been milked now.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a favourite town or city? I know you've mentioned your kind of venue, but like, is there one that's got the best vibes where you go?
I don't know, it's always like, everywhere's different, you know, everywhere does bring a different vibe. I think when we were younger we were quite, because we obviously we like these kind of rockish shows and stuff, like, I think we were always, the North's always better. And then as we get older, you just start to really appreciate the crowds for what they are. Like sometimes you can be in a crowd in London and there's maybe, they don't seem like they're enjoying it, but you can see everybody's listening to the music. It isn't just a night out, like it is about the music, so it does change, like, but I don't think I'd be pick a favourite place, just because I think everything is so different and people are so different, like even across this country and then across the world, everybody's so different, everybody enjoys stuff in a different way, so for me, I'm not going to answer that.
Hello. Glasgow, back home, but only because your family gets to come, and they don't get to see it much. But when your family's there, it's like it's a different kind of atmosphere altogether for you when you're on stage as well. You're also bricking it a lot more. My dad's here at those.
For the hydro, my dad had major back surgery, he couldn't walk, and I just looked down, he was in the front row of the hydro, I was like, you fucking can't walk, fucking move! You know, so there's that, which actually makes it a wee bit.
But it's nice when the families are there.
Is there there a bucket list gig, like a lineup you'd love to be involved in?
Oh man.
It changes.
You said this earlier.
I know where it's at this. It changes every year, like because I don't know.
I like sticking with the Kings of Leon thing. Like,
Yeah.
they were one of our favourites growing up, and we're thankfully getting to do that again this year.
Yeah, I think Monkeys and that would be cool, but I reckon it'd be one of the bands that you would like. You'd be desperate to actually. Who is it? I heard like an anecdote of somebody that supported Arctic Monkeys, and he bumped into Alex Turner. And he was like, "Oh, I'm a supporter man." He's like, "Oh, are you?" Do you know, it's like that kind of vibe. So, I don't know. Sometimes don't meet your heroes. Played with Libertines, and that was their
class.
When I was up there, like one of my favourite bands.
Two of us have got Libertines tattoos. So,
and they were the nicest guys in the world.
Yeah,
like,
man, that was fun.
All four of them stood, watched their entire sound check, came back and watched their entire set, like just salt of the earth, gentlemen, lovely. Coming up, speaking about your music, talking about tracks that like literally, it was the drummer that heard us on a radio. He does a radio show. He'd heard Elephants, and then showed us to the boys, and they were into it. So it's like proper. That means a lot.
Yeah, big time.
No answer on your question at all, but
I would love to do that again.
I'd love to do that again. Basically.
And then finally, who were your influences growing up? You've obviously touched on a few of them.
Yeah.
We always speak about kind of the bands, but when we were younger, we were especially speaking about this earlier as well. You know, we aren't from like a big city. We're from like out in the sticks, so like loads of folk wouldn't come to where we were. But there was like quite a big local music scene. There was bands like DSS, Apple's Gruff, Strawberry Ocean Sea, You and Butler, Breakers, just loads of like local bands that basically paved it. Like if we hadn't seen them doing it, we'd have never even picked up a guitar. Like, Gary Burns for 𝗜Ｈ𝘁𝗲𝗏𝗄 gave me his bass arm when we first started for like 2 years. Like, do you know, it's like folk like that probably inspired us to start more than fucking.
And then like bigger, more established acts
at the time.
At the time.
So that's why local music scenes are so important. And every town, do you know what I mean? You need to nurture that or it goes away, and then everybody just sounds fucking same. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Definitely, that's what Scunthorpe Nights is all about, isn't it? So
Good.
trying to promote the local music. So
class.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Thank
so much for
you.
your time. I hope you enjoyed the show. There's got to be a few new tracks in there, so it's your first listen.
There you go.
First listen.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.